Hello everyone and welcome to Not Our Podcast, where my chaotic friends and I share our thoughts and experiences about uni life, interesting situations we faced, and more. I'm your host Arika, and today we are going to talk about superstitions. There are quite a few supernatural beliefs that we grew up with, whether it's about mythical creatures, or about what we're not supposed to do in certain situations. Oh, and when I say rainmaker, it doesn't necessarily mean someone who makes rain, more like control it or something. Well then, let's dive in.
Chichong fun.
Gorengan. God damn it, so close.
Natasha,
How is it close? No.
explain what chichong fun is.
It's basically like this. I don't know what it's made up of, but it's white and like a thicker
It's
paper.
basically
but
kway teow, man.
Yeah, basically kway teow, but I don't know what it's made up of.
It's
Tepung.
thick rice noodle.
Rice?
Yeah, it's rice.
Yeah, rice noodle.
It's rice.
Yeah, something like that. Rice noodles, but chichong fun is like it's not cut.
Wider.
The noodles are not cut like kway teow.
way
It's
wider.
wider. Like paper basically, and then there are like bits of meat in it if you buy it from the cheap street food people. But in restaurants it usually wraps bigger stuff in it, like shrimp or chicken or pork. It depends on what you order.
The
I'm
street
just
ones are better.
saying, shrimp, pork, and chicken is still meat.
Well, yeah, but it's very tiny. You barely taste it. You only taste the
that's true, that's true.
ketchup.
The one in my school, you don't even use meat. It's just chili.
True. The budget one.
Oh my god.
Alright
But
then.
somehow the cheaper ones are the best. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Our topic today is superstitions. So, yeah, any beliefs you have, or not exactly you have, because I believe most stuff you don't actually believe in superstitions.
Yes, we don't.
Not
Yes.
really, no.
And most stuff you, yeah. So, any stories you hear from, let's say, your grandparents, what your parents told you when you were younger to shut you up, maybe. Yeah, those kinds of things. Superstitions. And
Superstitions.
I remember, we're Chinese and we live in Indonesia.
We were
So that's
Chinese.
like-
Interesting.
Chinese Indonesians.
Well, by blood.
Yeah, by
by
blood. And then we're Chinese Indonesians, so it's like a mix of two superstitious cultures.
I'm not Chinese, but okay.
Rafi
Okay,
is
continue.
Chinese
I mean-
Filipino.
Rafi, the Philippines is also superstitious. Counts.
Actually, Rafi, your mom is Chinese Indonesian,
yeah.
right?
The Philippines
mom's
is also
Chinese
very
Indonesian.
superstitious.
Yeah. Your mom is
Oh, yeah, so you
Chinese
are
Indonesian.
Chinese.
So I have tons of
Three.
superstitions.
Yeah, so you still
that
count.
my-
Three-way.
Anyway. All right, continue, Dika.
There's one of the common ones are like don't play after dark. After
Yes.
sunset.
I've heard.
And then don't swing your legs while eating, I think. Because I remember Glenn telling me that his grandma told him if he swings his legs when he eats, a snake will bite his legs.
Yes.
It's actually
That would mean I'm in big trouble.
It's also
from
it's
my
different
family,
for
actually.
it's also different from my family.
Yeah, it differs from family to family, but point is don't swing your legs while eating. And then there's
would
the
be
old
It's
hard.
impolite.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
just
it's
looks bad
impolite.
as well. Mm-hmm.
And then there's the old one where if you leave a rice in your plate, your future lover will be ugly.
What?
Yeah. If your
Yeah,
plate
yeah,
is not
yeah.
completely clean, your future lover will have.
You've never heard of
another
this, Glenn?
I've heard of
I
this.
vaguely remember,
I've
but
never heard of
I've
that.
never heard of that. Yeah, same.
I've only heard
yeah,
of it, but
no.
haven't been told over and over. Just heard of it.
Yeah, I've also heard from
Yeah.
my family, but
I would
don't really believe
I
it,
would
and
always get berated
There's
by
no
my
logical
family. Actually,
connection.
Yeah, there's that, and then there's one that actually stands out to me the most. is not exactly from our Chinese traditions, not from family, but from filming, which is I need help translating this to English.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Pawang hujan.
Oh yeah. What's about?
rain-
shaman. People who can bring rain, right? Rain
Rain
makers.
dancer, rain keeper.
Rain
Rain
shamans,
girl.
rain shamans.
That's basically Makoto Shinkai's weathering with you. Rain girl thingy.
No, I'm not using that weeb term. We need a proper English term.
Yeah.
Teru
Rain
bozu.
shaman. Rain shaman, okay.
Rain shaman, yeah.
Rainmaker.
Makoto
It's actually
Shinkai.
rainmaker. It's like a word for it. It's a word. It's actually rainmaker, but it's boring.
Also, people who prevents rain.
Yeah, it's actually rainmaker. That's the Wikipedia page. That's the Wikipedia page. Rainmaker business.
Sure, it's called rainmaker, but in filming, they're used to repel rain.
Yeah, it's same thing. Like usually
That's
back then
Makoto
people want
Shinkai's
rain for
weathering
crops,
with
right?
you.
Now people don't want rain. But like the profession is still called rainmakers. It's a bit anachronistic, but like
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like in my batch, there's this kid that I heard his father is a rainmaker, if I'm not mistaken, and then they said when it I don't know, the ability passed down to him or something, and it got stronger.
Wow.
So he was like a pro rainmaker.
Lamau. That's subclass. Oh god.
And,
So he's powerful, right?
yeah.
He's good. Okay, so ask him to make the rain stay away from Jakarta. It's been raining too much.
I think it will take more
Like
than
when
one
two
person.
Pokemon breed and like its baby learns rain dance. Like.
Yeah.
There was also a time where like my lecturer told me, told the story to the class about where like, so he was in Jakarta. They had their production house in Jakarta. They hired people there. They hired a rainmaker from Jakarta, and they went out of town to Bogor. And then like it rained in Bogor during the shooting day, and he asked the rainmaker like, "Why is it raining?" And the rainmaker was like, "Sir, this is not my area." And then my lecturer was like, "Why didn't you tell us from before?"
Areas for your supply.
So like apparently the rainmaker
South
works only in
Africa.
Jakarta, not Bogor.
Doesn't have the yokai there under his contract. The yokai there is not under his contract. It's not contracted to him.
True.
He's not the mountain master.
Mountain Master.
He's a swamp
God,
master.
okay, never mind. That's like a very obscure reference. Go on.
And same lecture as well, like also shooting thing. The whole town, Jakarta, was raining all over. And then my lecturer, he said like he had a gut to like tell him to go to this place to shoot. He went there. It wasn't raining. Why? Because there are so many production houses there with so many rainmakers. Repelling the rain.
You go.
So like that one small area isn't raining, but the rest of Jakarta was.
It's like they're making a giant invisible umbrella.
Yeah. It's like if you're trying to repel the ghost and you're bringing like Bible and then other holy books, other religion, you combine it all. This is like multiplication of the power.
Yo, OP as fuck.
I've experienced like I've never actually met a rainmaker besides like that student in my batch. But this time there's this time where like I was filming as well, and we had to shoot outdoors, and finally we hired a rainmaker, and I was curious how he would work, what he looks like what he looks like when he works, but I saw none of them. I asked the producer like, "Where's the rainmaker? Like, did we hire one?" He said, "Yeah, We heard one. He's sending his powers from home.
Work from home.
So apparently rainmakers can work from home.
Like,
Wait. Isn't it?
ahead?
Are they creating rain or are they repelling the rain?
They do both. They can do both.
Yeah, but in filming,
They do
usually
both?
it's to repel rain.
Oh, so rain repeller.
Rainkeeper, man.
It's
Like
still
zookeepers, but it's rain.
Yeah, rain keeper. There you go. Rain controller, water benders, Katara.
Alright, Rainkeeper it is. So yeah, that's the Rainkeeper superstition. I believe it or not, sometimes it works, I guess. And another one as superstitious story thing. Back when I was a kid, like if my dad drives, he can't handle it if like there are noisy kids in the car. And then my cousin,
That's what all parents feel. They can't drive when it's noisy at the back.
yeah. And then I have one cousin with back then he really loved to whistle. So like he was whistling in the car, and my dad just randomly told him like, if you whistle at night, monsters are gonna get you. So like he stopped whistling, and like I think even back then, kid me realized it was just to shut him up.
Really, I got told that story as well, but like not in the context of being shut up. Like I was just whistling, walking home from. Okay, so I have like courses. I have like extracurricular courses near my house. I can just walk around, and like usually when I was smaller, like I think I was 5, when I walk, I would have like my mom pick me up and like have me walk me there as well, walk me there and walk me from there when I was like younger. And then like I like to whistle back then, and then like my mom like what they call it, scold me, oh, don't whistle during dusk, not dusk, dawn or dusk, dusk, right?
Dusk.
It's
Dusk.
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 So got it. Yeah, dusk.
Sunset.
Okay, don't think the dusk, that it'll attract things you do not want to attract. You know,
Money, girls.
hey, I want to
Well,
attract
he wants
those.
to attract.
Yeah, and then like okay, but like maybe that's in the context of her wanting to shut me up, but like it's consistent. Like even at home when I whistle at like the sofa at like the common room, I got yelled at. Yeah, I get yelled at. And like when I whistle in my room and my mom's hear it, you get yelled at. When I whistle in the middle of the night because I can't sleep and my mom hears it, I get yelled at. Eventually, I kept whistling and my mom just stopped trying to yell at me.
There's no stopping you.
There's no stopping.
You guys are lucky you can whistle, man. I can't even whistle.
Yeah,
not
me
bad.
too.
Glenn,
Whistling
try
is hard.
whistling.
I can't.
Try.
What does cannot
Try.
whistle
It's just
Try.
mean to
like
you?
tapping.
Whistle right now.
You guys like it's like I can't burp and like okay, I burp right now. Like, come on, man, don't do me dirty like this.
I want to see the effort, man. The effort.
Yeah, I want to hear what does I can't whistle sound like.
Like this. Because I can't whistle either.
Okay, move on.
Okay. But yeah, in my context, I do believe it was to shut my cousin up, because like I never heard any superstition about that before. That was the first time I heard my dad said it, and it was obvious. It was like at night my dad was already tired driving us home from I think my grandma's house or something. So it was like really far. So it was obvious like he was tired. My cousin was noisy, and it did shut him up. And after a few weeks, I think, or a few months, or like later, there was another time where my cousin whistled at night. he was with me, and then he just stopped himself like, "Oh no, will the monsters come now?" So that's what happened.
By the way, the one where your parents are trying to get you to shut up, I think there's another method my parents use. It's that game where let's see who can stay quiet the longest for car rides. Yeah,
I never fell for that. That never worked with my family. That has never worked once.
It worked with me for like a few times, but after a while, I just stopped trying.
I never got to play that game. Let's play that game
I've
right
never
now.
played games like those.
You're not talkative. You're quiet as a kid. I was the exact opposite of when I am now. Like, yeah, I was like very extroverted as a kid.
I was a
before shit
talkative
happens.
kid.
You were?
You guys don't believe me. I know.
I can't vouch for that. Glenn, is he talkative?
I think I was talkative.
With my family.
No,
Oh, him?
Yep.
No.
I can't remember Dika being talkative.
No, I've never been talkative around like school friends back then.
No, you're just talkative to me. You're talkative. Never mind, Dika.
Well, I guess it's also related to the next superstition. One more, I guess, which is you guys won't believe this, but like when I was a kid, I was really naughty.
Nani?
I was very, very naughty with my family. My parents were kind of stressed out. Like, here we have a bath-ish, like a huge container of water to take a bath instead of a shower, like, back then. And we use a bucket with a handle to bathe ourselves, take the water from the huge container. And it was in my grandma's house. I took a toilet brush, I played with it and I threw it in the container full of water for fun. So, yes, I was a naughty kid. And my dad said he bought me a Sunggokong, Monkey King.
Monkey King.
Yeah, one of the Monkey King character. My dad bought me a Monkey King mask, and like I wore it, and then afterwards, for some reason, I'm not naughty anymore.
I mean, that's the actual story of Sukokon, right? Sukokon got like something like a ring or like a crown.
A headband.
The headband, yeah.
The headband, and then,
yes.
He stopped becoming naughty. God.
Wait, is this why I'm getting migraines once in a while?
Dude, that's
Yeah,
like an
every time you want to be
invisible-
naughty, you get migraines, man.
Oh my god.
This is not the real you, Dika.
Oh no.
The real you is like fucking Sungokong level of shenanigans.
And then tomorrow I wake up inside a mountain.
You can wake up with Nyoibo next to you.
Anyways,
Do you know
yeah.
what Nyoibo is?
No,
Next,
I don't.
okay. It's his staff. It's a Japanese version of his staff.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's what you call it staff in Japanese. Okay, next.
Yeah, moving on, let's go to Ben then.
I don't know. Don't shake my legs. That's like a thing. But like in my thing is like, oh, if you shake your legs, you're gonna shake off all the blessings, all the. Okay, switch first. Like when my mom was trying to when I was smaller, and like my mom was trying to trying to balance like her Chinese superstition and like the Catholic upbringing and shit, right? Right. And said, oh, if you shake your leg to chase away the angel, your guardian angel. I was like, what? My guardian angel is such a pussy then.
Go on.
And it started from just eating, right? But then it started to go anytime I shake, because like I fidget a lot. Like I stimulate. I shake my legs. I move my hands around.
Restless
Or,
leg syndrome, something like that.
What?
Because that's what my parents told me too. I cannot stop shaking my leg or like moving my leg even now because like restless leg syndrome. You just can't
Yeah,
sit still.
I
Yeah,
have
something
it as
like
well.
that.
I'm
Oh,
shaking my
same.
hands right
Oh,
now.
God.
Just saying.
Nice.
I'm shaking my hands right now.
I'm not the only one.
Is that an actual syndrome?
Yeah,
It
you
is an
can't
actual
stop
syndrome.
moving. It feels weird when your legs stop moving.
What if it's duct tape
I
or
know,
something?
right?
Okay.
Even when you're trying to sleep, it's like my legs still move.
Actually, I can answer the question. Not duct tape, but I got like my leg tied to a chair for reasons.
Wait, what?
Just roll with it. And like, I still move it. Like, it's visibly, I still try to move it, I just try to like move it, like unconsciously.
Yeah, even when like we try to like stop the moving, it's going to start moving again pretty
As soon
soon.
as you stop paying attention to it, it starts
Yeah.
moving again.
That I agree so much. Oh my god.
And it's not just like my legs, it's my hands. Like I touch things, I touch everything. Like I fidget with my fingers. I touch the window randomly.
I should
aside from
surround you
just
with
eating,
cacti.
Oh my
Love
god.
Mao, fuck you. Actually, fun fact. This is unrelated, but like even like a 2-minute segment for this. What they call it? Like those cacti without any visible thorns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I put that. I drew. I slit my entire hand across like smooth cacti because it's like smooth cacti, but they were like visible thorns, right? So, those were the thorns. The smooth part is safe to touch. Yeah, I touched it. I felt nothing. I went home. Blood was on my hand. I was like, oh, well, I fucked up.
Yeah,
Okay,
those
that
are
was, like,
dangerous.
unrelated, but that's unrelated. But yeah, I needed to tell that. And then what they call it, and then that's Bird Angel, and then like it evolved from just eating to like anytime I move around, and then after I grew up some more and like I display ability to differentiate like between the Christian superstition and like the Chinese superstition, the cell becomes like, oh, your blessings will rub off if you shake your legs.
That explains a lot.
I still shake my legs, so like that explains like why I'm not blessed. What else? I guess like related to food. Related to food.
Why?
Not much really, because like that's like the thing. If you leave, I've just been told like, oh, if don't leave food on your plate. But like I've never actually been forced to finish food on my plate. Even like when I what to call it? Even when I don't finish it, as unbelievable as that is for you guys, I actually at once can actually not finish food. Can't space not finish food. But like, I'm never forced to finish it. But like like the thing is that so like okay, I just like think, oh, if you can't finish it, then learn how to take how much
Take
you need.
less.
As much as you need, right? Not as much as you need. But like I've never actually even been forced to finish what I didn't eat. But okay, yeah, that's that. Okay, like that's that. What else? Superstition? I don't remember. Don't go out at night. Yeah, you'll get kidnapped by yokai, or like our equivalent of yokai. Probably just get kidnapped by people, not yokai. Right now, like
Child
my mom
trafficking
did
and all
not
that?
use. Yeah, my mom did not use the yokai thing on my brother. My mom just straight up said, "Oh, you're gonna get kidnapped by people." But
By
she
people,
used
okay, that's like realistic.
she used the yokai on me, but
Okay.
she used the yokai thing on me. What else?
I don't know how many people out there is actually knows what yokai is.
Basically,
Ghosts,
it refers to like
spirits.
ghosts, spirits, and other stuff like that.
Have you guys played Phasmophobia? Yeah, those things. But like it's
Yeah.
in a much wider variety.
equivalent to like the Western's idea of like vampire, ghost, cryptids, something like that.
Yeah. I think the West don't have a specific word. Not the West, I mean English. The English
English.
does not have a specific word for it, I think. The best equivalent is cryptids or like
Cryptids,
monsters.
Okay, that one.
That's like the best equivalent, but I don't think it fits entirely.
It's more
True.
spirity
It's more
monsters.
spirity. I mean, yeah, spirity. Yeah, it's yokai. It's a Wikipedia page. Open it. What else? Superstition. Glenn, is there any superstitions that we share? Our families share?
I mean, even the shaking leg thing is sort of different, man. Like, I don't know, because
weird.
you're the same like from your mom's side, and like your mom sort of like brushed off a lot of like the Chinese superstition from her side, so probably like most of them are from your dad's side. I'm not sure. Like they get mixed up with like your Catholic thing, so like so far sort
like
of different. So like I haven't
two
really heard
two different lights of Chinese superstition plus Catholic superstition. It's great.
exactly.
Not really much. Again, that's all I can remember because like I disregard these superstitions always, even as a child. So like I don't really remember them.
I can totally
I guess
see
like
that.
if anything, even yokai didn't like phase me back then. My God. Actually, probably like because yokai didn't face me, probably because like I could see yokai. Because like my mom said, like I like reporting yokai sightings before as a kid. So maybe that's why like they didn't work on me. I don't know. I guess like that's it. That's all I can say independently. If anything else comes up in your guys' thing, I'll chip in.
Yeah, right. Moving on to Glendon.
Hi. What's
Hello.
up? See these superstitions, man. I don't know. Like, I guess I can go over like the regular Chinese things. Like if you have like a thing on your door, like a Fu character on your door that's upside down that brings luck, right? I'm not sure if this is like a Christian.
Oh yeah, the food thing.
I think
That's
we
like a Chinese
all,
thing everywhere.
or like most of us, have that.
Yeah,
It's not Chinese thing. It's the Oriental thing.
it's an Oriental thing. Yeah.
What I heard
And then,
is like it's upside down because like if it falls, it flips and it faces the right way or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wait, what? That is something I've never heard before. It's just like if you place it upside down, it goes from heaven to earth, like luck,
Oh,
apparently. And then
Food goes from heaven to earth.
like very general things. I don't think if this is from like Christianity or if this is from Chinese, because I get both of them mixed up usually, even though I'm not a Christian, but I went to a Christian school like for 9 years. It's like if you yawn, your luck will go away. Like if you yawn and don't close your
Are we
mouth.
not supposed to yawn now?
No, I mean like if you yawn but you don't close your mouth, your luck will go away.
How do you yawn while closing your mouth?
no,
cover.
Stop saying yawn, gonna yawn.
With the hat.
Okay.
Cover.
Okay, wait. Alright,
Yeah.
go on. I was thinking, because in my head, it was like, how do you even yawn with your mouth closed?
Stop saying yawn. I'm gonna yawn, man.
Cover, okay. Cover.
I'm guessing Natasha
God.
yawns a lot, so
Cover.
like
yeah,
she's very
definitely.
sensitive to this. Like if you're not allowed to yawn.
Of course, what the fuck? It basically means your brain needs oxygen. What's so wrong with that?
Doesn't
Stop
necessarily
saying yawn. I'm
mean,
gonna yawn.
if you yawn doesn't necessarily mean
God damn it, they can stop.
your brain needs oxygen. That's a myth, isn't it? I mean, like not scientifically
My eyes are
proven.
watery now.
Well,
I
anyways,
think.
yeah. So enough about the yawn. I mean, we talked about
Yeah,
yawning
just
quite
go
a
on.
bit already. So
And I think this is like less of a Chinese thing, but like if you get bed sores,
Shit.
it's because you got kissed by a ghost.
But if you what?
I have never heard of that.
If you
never
want-
heard of that.
if you get bad sores,
I've never heard of it.
What's bad
If you get bed sores, as in like
What's that?
sores, yeah, you get sore from. If you wake up and then like mamar, yeah, I don't know what that bruises.
Oh,
there you go.
bruises.
Bruises.
Yeah, because of like you did like gymnastics while in bed or something. Like like you got kissed by a ghost.
I have never heard of that.
I've never.
Except from my mom's side, so probably Indonesian.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like my parents weren't exactly very very superstitious, but my grandparents definitely were. So from my mom's side, there's some foods are hot and some foods are cold.
This from
definitely Chinese.
My parents, yeah. My parents as well. Some foods are hot, some foods are cold, yeah.
If you're having like a cough, you don't want to eat hot foods. Like for some reason,
Meat.
watermelon is hot.
Yes, actually, yeah.
Mangoes are hot. Durians are hot. Like
Yes.
anything fried is hot.
Meat is hot.
But apples, I think, are cold.
I am hot.
Apples. I think so. Apples, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like there are some cold things, but like there's that. And then like from the grandma from my dad's side, I really remember like back then when like I used to get sick a lot, right? Because like I was like a sickly kid back in like my hometown. And then whenever I would get sick, my grandmother would like bring this piece of paper coming from like the shaman. We call them like taipak there. And then
Okay.
and then like this piece of paper would get burnt, and then like the ashes would get into a cup and then filled with water, and then I would drink it.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
like this is like deep superstition right here. Like,
Okay.
So,
Does it help or does it make you worse?
I don't know, maybe like I mean it doesn't do anything honestly. Like charcoal is sterile because like it's just getting burnt. Like this tiny ass piece of paper that looks like a I guess scroll with Chinese characters, you just burn it and like the ashes I drink with water and
Okay.
God, that's what you get for growing up in the boonies, man. Yeah.
Oh.
I grew up in the city, so like I didn't experience something like that. I've never experienced something like that.
I mean, not exactly like in the boonies anyway, but like it's from my grandparents, right? Because like even now, like the siblings of my grandparents, like on their generation, say like my grandma's little brother, how do you call that? Yeah, like we call them like here like kyukung. I call them kyukung because like from my dad's side. He brings like a shaman every now and then to his office whenever there's gonna be like a meeting or like a project or whatever, and just to pray like a Buddhist prayer thing like. And then whenever like we get together on like Chinese New Year or whatever, they would like tell stories on like when like they were still like back home, I guess. They had like this village shaman, like village taipak. And then like whenever he leaves somewhere and like his house is empty, there would be like this cobra on his front door guarding his house.
Snake, cobra snake?
A what?
Yeah, snake
A cobra?
cobra. Like
Familiar.
that's like
his familiar or something.
yeah, it's like that's like his familiar, and like when whoever comes in close, that's like you'll die from like the snake. So like no one comes in close to the taipak's house.
Damn.
That's a very scary bodyguard. House
There's a
guard.
lot of like superstition like within like the generation of like my grandparents. I feel like 'cause like they're still coming from like the
Actual China.
not parts of China, no, like in I guess not in the city and like from villages and like rural
Boonies.
areas comparatively.
boonies.
So, you know, yeah. I guess that's it. I don't really believe like my parents aren't exactly superstitious. My grandparents are, so like most of these just come from my grandparents. Like my parents stopped telling me these stuff once I get not naughty, I guess. I wasn't really that naughty apparently, because like they don't tell a lot of superstitions like Dika. But yeah, a lot of these just comes from my grandparents, and I guess it's really insightful, honestly, like the kind of culture they had, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of fun listening to those stories from your grandparents, especially since they are more well versed in such things.
And like they still believe in it too.
Yeah.
So you know, It's fine. I'm not judging, but like you believe what you want, I guess.
Oh, actually, just remember. Speaking of like grandma, oh god, like in Confucian belief, your hair is a gift from your parents, right? You can't cut your hair, as in like
Okay.
that's like the original Confucian belief. So like in Confucian beliefs, your hair is like sacred and like it's a gift from your parents, so you can't cut it. Only your parents can cut it. So like in parts of China where those beliefs are practiced, only kids can cut their hair. Adults can't cut their hair or beards. So like, and that's why like everyone have like long ass hair. But like for some reason the version that gets passed down to my grandma, I guess, is like you can't cut your baby's hair. Cause like my mom, currently my mom wanted to cut my hair, and like when she was cutting my hair, she was like telling stories and like, I cut your hair, I made you bald as a baby, and my mom's like my grandma, scolded me because apparently we're not supposed to cut baby's hair, and like because I don't know why.
So you don't know what
It's
the
different
consequences.
with me. We're supposed to cut baby's hair, like make it bald
Actually,
first.
no. It's like one of those blessings things. So like, yeah, if you cut off your hair, you throw away your blessings.
Okay, yeah. If you don't want your kid to become like Ben, don't cut their hair.
Don't cut their hair. Make sure they don't shake their legs. All right. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Moving on.
Anything else,
Moving
Glenn?
on. No, that's it, I guess. Man.
We don't
Move on.
we don't have superstitions like walking between like under the ladder.
I mean,
Or-
we do. Oh yeah. Oh, we do. But like, oh, we don't. Yeah, we don't.
We don't.
Yeah.
No, that's like
Yeah,
I think
Oh,
that's
like a
more Western
belief.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely Western.
Friday the 13th.
I mean, we're taught not to walk under ladders, but because might fall
'Cause it's
on you, not
dangerous.
because it's dangerous.
It's
Because ladders are only
logical.
brought up like during construction work, right? And like it might fall on you if you walk under it.
Yeah, and then
But that's
break
about
mirrors
it. Like
too,
no
I guess.
superstition. That's Western thing as well.
Yeah, we don't have
That's
any of
definitely a
those.
Western thing.
Moving on then to Rafi.
Yo.
Rafi has a lot, I think.
What's up?
Hehe.
Your blood is superstition.
Let's get some of those Pinoy superstitions.
Sure. So supernatural creatures are part of superstitions, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't really believe in these, but my parents told me the same story twice. It happened to me and my brother. So when my mom was still carrying me in her womb, I wasn't born. I was about to be born. They were staying in this hotel in Manila. And then at that night, wait, I need to get something behind this first. So for context, there's this in the Philippines. There's this creature called the aswang,
Oh, I've heard of
or-
it. Yeah,
yeah, or the
I know that.
manananggal,
Oh
or the
yeah.
tikwik.
ask one.
Sir Raymond loves to tell about that.
Yeah, so the aswang is like for during the afternoons they are human. They're humans, and then at night they can transform into this creature called aswang. So they separate their lower half of their body, and then they can fly. So they only have their waist and above when they fly. They have wings, a very long tongue, and they love to hunt for pregnant women to eat their babies. Yeah, so that long tongue is especially for eating the baby from inside the womb. So the tongue goes inside the pussy, and yeah. Okay, so now you know the aswang. Now back to my story. So my parents were staying in this hotel, and at night, my dad heard sounds from outside the window. They were on several floors above, so there's nothing outside the window except for the balcony, and there's no one that could climb up there. So my dad got some garlic, blah blah blah, to deter the creature, and then at night they can hear scratches from the window, like something trying to get in. So that's my that's the story of me almost not getting born.
So the garlic didn't work.
The garlic worked because it couldn't get in.
What's up with mythical creatures and garlic?
And garlic, yeah, exactly.
silver.
What's wrong with
And
them?
Some
silver.
people really hate garlic, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know, because like garlic is antibiotic apparently.
Imagine you
That's like a
can't
theory,
eat
that's why,
garlic
like-
bread.
Wait, what?
Oh, that's sad.
That's so. Oh my god. Sorry to hear that.
And then
R.I.P.
my brother. So before my brother was born, we were staying in this hotel near the beach, Anyer Beach. And then during that
Oh,
time,
that place is haunted as fuck, man.
yeah, exactly. But this time it's the same thing. Like, how can a creature that far in
Another
I don't
like
know,
it's from the Philippines, right?
Indo has a version, right?
Yeah, it's called the. I'm not gonna say it. It's gonna come to me, man.
Yeah. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Maybe-
It's a thing.
The thing.
They got their
it's the thing
passport
emoji.
or like-
Yeah.
That's like a movie about it, right?
I think not really sure, but yeah.
Maybe he called his brother like, hey dude, I didn't get to catch this guy because there was garlic. Could you please catch up to him?
That night my dad heard the sounds from above, like whack 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 whack, and then
Oh my god, that's creepy.
and then my dad knew, like, oh, we have to do this blah 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 and fast before it gets in and take the baby. So yeah, same procedure. It couldn't get in, just scratches from the walls, the roof, the window. Yeah.
Wait, your dad got garlic again.
Yeah.
Does he just bring garlic everywhere?
No. I think there was I think it was near some market or something, and they were preparing for barbecue or something. I forgot. So yeah, they had garlic at that time. So it was it was a
Okay.
lucky one.
Was your dad a monster hunter?
No,
Ooh.
but
That's like a character in Phasmo, a Phasmo player.
he's a ghost hunter. So my dad was surrounded by mystical things since he was a child,
Just like you are.
just like me.
And it has been passed down to you.
I think it passed down to me, man.
Just
So,
hope it
in his
doesn't-
house,
hope-
there's this
just hope
guardian.
it doesn't pass down to your child or children.
Yeah, let's see. He has this guardian at his house. It's a white giant snake that appears sometimes. No one knew where the snake came from, but it just stayed there, like under the stairs or something.
Wait, this is real. We're talking
But
like
yeah.
an actual physical snake being there.
Yeah,
What?
and my dad's house is near the ocean, so there's no way like that gigantic snake came from somewhere. I don't know. It's weird. Also, he experienced the aswang incident as well when he was a
What
kid.
the hell? That's so creepy.
Rafi,
Yeah,
when your child is going to be born, make sure you have garlic.
garlic. Yeah, okay. So the story was he was sleeping in his aunt's house. It was near the woods, and the roof and the house was all made of wood, right? The house is only like coconut leaves, like palm leaves, with wood and shit. I don't know how they made that. Yeah, typical village house. And then one night, like he heard like intense scratching coming from the roof, like something was trying to get in, and it did. It made a hole, and then his aunt tried to shoo it away. I don't know how she did that, but God, I'm getting chills. It's getting cold here, man.
If I ever have a child, to fly my wife to the UK or the US or something to give birth.
Anyway, Rafi, I can't help but think of that meme. Let me in. Let me in.
Let me in.
There's a hole, and then you see a face, and then
go
like,
on.
here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny. And then my dad's arm was like,
I want to turn on the lights.
Oh, he's turning on the lights.
Turning on the lights. God.
I think that's all this. Oh, yeah, that's the Filipino part. Now Indonesian part. So my mom came from Borneo, right? So in Borneo there's this superstition where when you go to someone's house and they offer you food, you cannot. I emphasize on the cannot decline their offer of food. You can't decline the food or drink. You have to at least like eat a bit, or else you get an accident on your way home and you die.
What?
Oh, that I know that. The thing that my mom told me isn't that extreme, but like, yeah, if you not die, I mean, like, if you don't accept people's hospitality, you get an accident. Yeah, that's a thing as well. I remember now.
I almost experienced it firsthand because when I was having my Chinese New Year there, I was offered food like, and then I was like, oh my God, I'm already full, thank you. And then my mom was like, eat, you have to eat. And then I don't want, eat. Okay, fine, I'll eat. She didn't say why, she just said eat, she forced me to eat. And then near my friend's house, there's this a particular house owned by the Ambonese people. They open the gates very wide. They open the doors very wide. Like, if you want to go in, you can just go in like straight ahead. There's their TV, their statues, their belongings. It's all there. But my friend said that once you go in with the permission, you can't go out.
What?
I don't know.
Fucking they have their own like pocket dimension demi-plane.
It's just a small house, right? It's not that big. It's like a regular house, but everything's open, like the door, the gate. But once you go in, you can't get out if it's without their permission. So burglars, yeah, they can't get out.
The house would be
Not sure
packed
why.
then. If like there are burglars after burglars like going in.
Or the burglars get like transported to a different version of the house or something.
Ooh, that's creepy and cool though.
Or creepy.
I mean, that's like the plot of a movie, right? Like when you enter a haunted house and then the house just becomes an extra dimensional space.
Yeah, sure. Anyways.
Yeah. I think that's it. I don't have anything else. I mean, if you want to ask, sure, go ahead. I'll answer.
Imagine if you drive alone to your friend's house and then your friend offered you bottles of alcohol and like you can't deny if you decline, you'll get an accident on your way home. So you drive home drunk. So either way,
No, you can just drink.
Man.
Just a sip.
Man.
You can just have a sip.
what if you like your friend keeps on offering you, drink more?
I mean, you had some, so
you already accepted it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why it doesn't apply anymore.
So you don't have to accept it over and over. You don't have to always accept it.
Just once.
Good.
So yeah, be careful when you go to Borneo, man.
And don't drive drunk.
Don't drive drunk. Don't drink and drive.
Yep. So, yeah. Moving on. Oh, that's alright.
Yeah. Unless someone wants to ask another one.
I don't think we have any questions yet.
Alright, let's move
Anyways,
on.
yeah. Natasha. Yeah, superstitions.
Yeah. I only have one superstition which I'm not risking, but I also don't believe. It's basically we're not supposed to give anything sharp objects as a gift. Like no staplers, no pins, something like that as a gift, because it might ruin your relationship with the person. Or is it just me?
I don't
I mean,
think
I
so.
have never heard
Like,
of
that's
this
what my
one.
mom
I've
told
never
me
heard of
anyway.
that. I've never heard of
I
it.
mean,
I
I
think
wouldn't
I
want to
have.
be given a stapler on my birthday, so yeah.
I want cutters for my birthday, man. They're expensive.
Whoa.
And,
Alright.
and
Well.
like metal rulers, they're expensive. I want them.
Basically, that's what my mom told me, and I'm not risking it. So yeah, I don't really believe in it because where's the logic in it? I mean, even without giving anyone sharp objects, relationships can be ruined, and yeah, it depends really on factors and not just the superstition, but like not risking it.
I mean, the logic is that like they might hurt themselves on that sharp object and blame you. In which case, you're better off not having a relationship with that guy, with like that person in either case. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win.
Fair
It's
enough.
sort of
Fair
like a
enough.
long shot. Like,
That's
come
fair
on.
enough. Yeah, and it is quite a long shot. Yeah, anyway, moving on. There's the second one. I don't really believe in it either. It's knocking on wood. When like amit thingy, and then you knock on wood.
When
know?
you
I
say
don't know.
something bad.
Yeah, when you say something bad, then you have to knock on wood to like in a way dispel it. But yeah, I don't really
mean,
believe in it.
I've
My
never
mom
heard of
believes
I
in it.
mean,
Yeah.
we've joked. We've all joked a lot that we want to die, but then like look at us, we're still well and kicking.
I remember like
Unfortunately.
Hubert knocked on wood quite a lot of times. Like back in high school or middle school. Like people would like say something and then they knock on wood, and back then I had no idea, like, is this a new trend or something? Like, why are people knocking on wood? And yeah, it's I didn't grow up with that.
Yeah, I don't have anything else. What do you guys have? I think like most of the superstitions are already mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't really have anything else, you don't have to force it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
All right. Yeah.
So, Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry. Yeah.
Well, most of the stuff is also similar. Like I understood like what Hubert's superstition, because like I actually asked him about it. So yeah, and apparently it's actually from a superstition from Medan. Although, come to think of it, like it's different here in my family. Like they don't do it. So yeah, different family, I guess. Different family tradition, I guess.
Your family is quite influenced by Western stuffs.
Yeah, my family, like I said, my family doesn't really believe, like even like both sides of my family doesn't necessarily like really believe superstition, but then like but most of the superstition, like the shaking leg thing, whistling at night, and the whistling at night thing is more or less the same. For my family at least, whistling at night, basically it's like they don't like. There's one time where I was whistling at night, and then like my grandma told me like, don't whistle at night. You're going to call ghosts to our house, basically, or something like that. Which is, I think, more or less the same. And the superstition, for example, like with Ben's superstition family, where his family believes shaking is like gets rid of your guardian angel, right? But like for my family's belief is that it like kind of like get rid of your fortune. So like the more you shake your leg, like basically like you lose more money. That's like the superstition, which is more or less the same, I guess. And there's also actually there's also this one thing which I'm not sure if like everyone actually also experiences this, but then like there was one time when I was little, there was a pair of wooden chopsticks, and I didn't like break it open, and I just like stood it up in the middle of white rice, and then like when my mom saw that, she's like, no, don't do that, don't do that. And then I asked why. That's for dead. If you do that, that means like that's for dead people, and that's impolite if you do it on the dining table. So yeah, there's that superstition, which I also actually realized that you do that when you go to like the I'm not sure what's it called, like not funeral houses, like whatchamacallit?
What? Satan.
The temples, the Buddhist temple that you go to like pray for the dead. I don't know. Crypt, catacombs, whatever.
Just call it temple.
Temple.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that. Yeah, there. Basically, like I actually saw like some bowls of rice there where like they stick the chopsticks in, and then like my child brain just went like, oh, okay, all right, okay, now I know. Basically, I don't know, like most of the superstitions that I've heard from my family is also more or less the same from everyone else. Though I don't know if there's also a superstition about nail cutting at night. Like cutting nails at night is like bad or something.
That one.
Oh yeah, I just remembered when you said that. Yeah.
Like cutting nails at night is like bad, or like brings bad luck, or like brings ghosts or something. I don't know. I every time I ask, like I get shut down, so I never really know the full story.
Oh shit! I cut my nails at night, midnight.
Me too.
I don't know.
Maybe
I don't know though.
That's why you have your situation, Rafi.
Yeah, Rafi, make sure you're still in the voice channel until you finish uploading your file. Then sure, you may go.
Relax, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, then I have nothing anymore. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you guys do the chopstick on rice thing? Like,
I mean, like my mom and dad only ever like scolded me about it as I was older. But like as a kid, I did it a lot, but like I never got scolded for it. But like as I got older, I got scolded for it more.
I mean, like if someone in your family has passed away, do you guys do that? Because like I think it's more of a, I don't know.
Yeah.
If
we do.
Chinese Catholic, Chinese Christians do that as well.
We do that. I mean, like if the dead is not Christian, we do that. Yeah, it depends on who is dead.
Depends.
Okay, so
Depends
like
on who is dead. Depends on who is dead. Yeah, if the dead is not Christian, it follows that beliefs, and we respect that belief. We do that. We put like chopsticks on the rice, and then like we do that. We do that, right, Glenn?
Yeah, I do that. I don't know about you. It's like you're sort of
because
like
if Glenn's family still counts as Buddhist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally Buddhist. His family is literally Buddhist. Not even called Buddhist.
Not exactly Buddhist. Like the what you call it, the traditions are sort of like still like the traditional sort of rural area Chinese. Like so it's not exactly Confucian too. It's just tradition, I guess. So
yeah, because like it kind of gets mixed up around here. Like
yeah, people label Buddhist for anything
things.
that looks like Chinese. Like even though Buddhist is sort of like I don't know, Napoleon.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, lastly, we'll go to JS. Are you still awake,
Yes,
JS?
are you awake?
Yeah, it's actually my first time hearing the word superstition, so
I have no words.
like I legit didn't know like today's topic was like super what I thought it was Superman or something. Superstition, like I thought it was super stitches, like we're talking about stitches or something. I was like, what?
No,
That's why I kept asking like super what?
superstitions.
I didn't know the meaning of
You have the
superstition,
right
so, yeah,
to
thanks
question
for-
me, especially if I said superstitious.
Yeah, it's like my first time hearing the word superstition. So yeah.
Yeah, it's alright.
For me, first, like number 4 and 13, I think it should be said already.
Yes.
Like the
China.
number
Oh,
4
yeah.
means death in Chinese, and number 13 is like in Christianity, where Judas Iscariot is the 13th student and he's the one to betray Jesus. So
Wait, isn't he the 12th?
No, he's
He's
13.
at 12. He's
13.
with it. There
Read
are
it
30
well.
disciples?
Read
No, no,
it
There
yeah.
are 30
well.
disciples?
I thought there were
Read
12.
it well.
It was the other disciples, and then after
Read
Judas hangs himself, isn't it?
Wow.
There's
Okay,
actually
read
the
it
12
well.
disciples plus Judas Iscariot.
The
What?
13 was Matthias.
It was 13.
God.
It was 13.
It
The 13th was
Wow.
after Judas, right? After
Google.
Judas
Dude,
hung
Judas
himself.
Iscariot was one of the 12
I'm just gonna
apostles.
continue.
Come
okay?
on,
I'm just
man.
gonna
Oh, wait.
continue. So for me, number 13 is not
Or was it
an unlucky
13?
number. It's really a lucky
I'm gonna
number.
open the Bible right now. Give me a second.
Oh, he's the
It's
13th
12.
guest to the Last Supper. He's not the 13th.
Oh,
We can
he's the
continue
13th
this.
guest. He's not the-
Read
he's
it
not the-
well.
yeah.
So
I just
Yeah,
Google it out.
Basically,
Just
like-
clearing it out,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Clearing it out.
I think
Alright.
through all my school days, I think mostly my attendance number is mostly 13, not in grade school, middle school, like high school.
Yeah, that's
Everything
why
is
like you
13 or
go to
10
university on a
or-
pandemic, man. You can't see the snow anymore because of 13. Think.
Yeah, but 13 for me is pretty lucky number. Like basketball jerseys, soccer jerseys, everything I use 13. So yeah.
Is that,
I-
is that foreshadowing? You're the next Judas or something?
No, it's just been like I think numbers for me is just numbers. Don't really care much. I think superstitions. Okay, yeah, I learned that word earlier. So yeah. Then feng shui. A house should
Alright.
never look to the north. That's what my family
Why?
and everything believe.
Is there any reason why for that? I never really
Simple.
understood.
It will bring bad fortune. It's just feng shui. There's
just-
no words to explain what feng shui is.
Yeah,
just
feng shui.
Really no
use-
words to explain what feng shui
Yeah.
is.
There's like usually some basis. Even though it's a long stretch. You
I
can
don't
probably
know.
look
They
it
never
up.
explain it to me. Then like sleeping while facing the mirror is 100% no.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember
sleeping
that.
sleeping under the window is also 100% no.
Yeah, under the window
I've
is
never
enough.
heard
I
that.
sleep
I've
under
never
the
heard-
window.
I've
What you
slept
mean?
under the window.
Under the window. It's
Yeah.
100% no, and mirror
My
and all.
bed is literally under 3 windows.
Yeah, that's a no. Like in my family, it's a no. In my family, okay, yours might be.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. I
That's
mean,
why like, I've
Jess,
never heard of that.
I mean,
Yeah.
Jess, you've been into my house. You've been into my room. My room, like, there's a window just under. Yeah.
His bed is under the window.
But you're not sleeping
Yeah.
under it. Like your head is not directly under it. It's fine.
Oh, your head is.
Oh,
Oh, okay, okay.
Your head, the window must be like behind your head, so it's
Oh, okay.
then like marriage. Your partner must not be 3 or 6 years older or younger. 3 and 6. That's
It must
like
be 4 or
really
8,
bad number.
right?
Yeah, 4
3,
and 8
4
is
or
like
8?
a really lucky number. Like in China,
What about
like
2 or 1?
88.
Oh,
Why though?
I think 2 or 1 is fine. But 3 and 6.
yeah, 2 or 1
3
is
and
fine.
6 is
Yeah.
like yeah.
Why?
And then
No idea.
Like, because with Chinese superstitions, they've been avoiding 4, but like 4 is fine for this case.
No idea.
I don't know, maybe because like death and marriage are related.
yeah,
So like
different.
Maybe because
Like,
when
no
your
different.
partner dies, you get the money. So like
That's-
for
yeah.
Wow.
Her plan.
that's true.
Okay.
Or like, getting married is the equivalent of just dying. Once you get
Ah,
married,
that
you lose
too.
all life. You
That
lose all
too.
life and then you get married.
And other superstitions. Superstitions, okay, that's a new word I've learned. I'm happy to say it.
Well done, Jess. Well done. Okay, just
Yeah.
a little thing about Jess happy to learn a word. Back in grade 4, he learned the word assassin, and he was very happy to say that over and over again until the teachers tried to stop him.
Are you gonna do that, Dika?
Man, AJ.
Are you gonna try and stop him from saying superstition now?
No, it's fine. He's learning. It's great.
Yeah. So, next, black cats. I don't really believe it, but black cats are cute.
Black cats are the best.
Fight
They're
me.
cute.
Black cats are cute.
Black cats are cute.
Yeah.
I
fight
love
me.
black cats.
But it's been superstitions like it's not actually from my family or somewhere. It's just I've been reading the internet.
I've
Like
never-
black cats are
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
I mean, like, it's
And also,
Western.
yeah, it's
and also
Western.
in movies and animes and everything.
I thought
black
in
cats are-
Japan they are considered good luck.
no.
Yeah, in
black
Japan, it's
cats are
considered
bad.
good luck.
Some say it's bad. Some say it's good. I don't know.
Western, yeah, bad luck. But like
But they're
Japan,
cute. Fight me.
yeah, they're cute.
Next, I think I don't know much. Mostly it's Chinese superstitions. Noodles. You're not allowed to cut noodles half. Like when you slurp the noodle, you're not allowed to cut it in half.
Oh,
yeah.
What if you bite
Or
it?
else it will like
Yeah,
the
I know
belief
that.
is that like if you cut the noodle, it will cut your life.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I will
noodles
start
are-
cutting
I've
noodles.
heard that.
Noodles are usually associated with life in the Chinese
But the
superstition.
thing is like people are saying like don't cut noodles into half, but then don't slurp noodles. So like what do you want?
Swallow it whole.
Bite it, bite it.
noodles. Don't eat noodles.
Bite it, man. Just bite
Don't
it.
eat noodles.
Yeah, so like
Don't slurp noodles.
like if you see Chinese people like when they're eating noodles, they'll be like I mean sometimes I see them as they're like how do you say it, gluttonous or greedy, but in this case
I feel
they're not,
offended.
because they're just trying not to cut the noodles into half. They have to understand that they
Or just be a barbarian like me and eat noodles like how I eat pasta, throw them around a fork and just eat them.
yeah, that's also fine.
I'm sorry, I'm very Western. I'm sorry, I'm a westernized Asian.
then-
I'm very sorry.
I mean, I eat pasta with chopsticks, so like,
Okay, the reverse of me.
I mean, spaghetti can be eaten with chopsticks. That's fine. Like fettuccine too.
any pasta can be eaten with chopstick. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Noodles.
Rice
They're
can be
still in
eaten
the
with
category
chopsticks.
of
Not
Anything can be
for-
eaten with chopsticks.
Not for mac and cheese. How do you eat mac and cheese with chopsticks?
one by
You
one.
can.
One by one.
Technically, you
Eat them
can.
one by one.
You
Well,
can.
if you
It's
can,
tiring.
if you can eat,
Yeah.
if you can eat rice with chopsticks, you can eat anything with chopsticks. Anything
Yeah.
bigger.
Yeah,
than
sure. Eat
rice.
soup with chopsticks. Yeah, go ahead.
You can. You slurp it from the
You
side
can.
and eat the toppings with the chopsticks.
Exactly.
And Russian thing now, never give people yellow flowers.
Why?
A Russian friend of mine taught this to me. It's like because they say like yellow flowers represent like separation and death. So
Damn.
I think that
I have a
time
website for that.
I was watching with him, and I was watching like some kind of a comedy movie where suddenly like the male just gave a female like a bouquet of sunflower, and he was like, "What the?" He was like disgusted. I was like, "Why?" He just explained like, yeah, in Russia like yellow flower is considered separation and death.
Oh, sunflowers are nice though.
Yellow. I mean, it's kind of a thing like where in Indonesia, like when someone died, they put like a yellow flag.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, right? In the
I have
That's
never
true, that's
heard
true.
of that. I have never heard of it. What?
and then like
Why
when
are
you
you
when
so
you see the
uncultured?
yellow flag,
Ben?
yeah.
I'm not allowed to show the color yellow if anyone dies. And like I'm actually not allowed to use yellow if anyone dies. It's like the opposite. I'm actually like banned from using color yellow if anyone dies.
True, it's too cheerful, isn't it?
No, it's like gold, right? It's like Chinese New Year color, gold and red. I'm not allowed to wear gold and red when someone dies for
Oh.
like a year.
And I think this is quite a rare superstition, but I think it's like mostly card players know this. Like when you're playing cards, especially with money, never like your back must never face an open area.
Because people can see.
Well,
I
yeah,
used
so
to know
like people
about that.
can't see your card, so people can't see
not
your
because
card.
of that. Not because of like people can see your card. Like if your back is open, like how do you say it? Like it chips your life away, step by step.
Mm.
It's just
Okay.
I think it's pretty rare, right? But I think still now I still follow it. Like every time I play with cards with my friend, if my back is open, I will sit like side, not like straight up. Like how do you say it? Like a warung sit,
Oh yeah.
where you sit like looking to the side, not looking front or back, not looking front or behind. Like, yeah.
Okay, that's like a pretty niche superstition.
Like when you play poker, you play like blackjack, play the normal chapsa thing. I think it's like for me, nothing ever happens. But yeah, just in case.
For me, like, oh, when you play chopsa, you don't keep your back to an open area because you need to keep watch for the teachers.
Sure. Like get a wall behind you or like not even a door. I think a door is also bad. Like yeah, a wall. Basically, you need to back. That's why like in China, like usually if you've seen like card tables or mahjong tables, they're usually like in a really small room where you can like close the door, lock it, and it only fits like 4 people with all backs behind the walls. I don't think it's Chinese, but it's pretty like Western, I think. Don't know. But yeah, I've been following this like since high school. Yeah, I think that's all the superstitions.
Yeah, new word.
No,
Woo!
Yeah, woo!
My God.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Pretty weird.
So no one's going to
Feng
add
shui.
anything else, right?
Still tons of feng shui, but I don't know much. So not a feng shui master.
Yeah, feng shui can be complex.
They have books for them.
Just ask the architect.
They even
just
have
ask
people
the
like-
civil engineer kid.
I mean, they even have people where like to see like is this house good? Then the people will like, I don't think so. This should not be facing here. This should not be here.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
That's actually very true. Like, especially here, like, it's actually in the market. I'm being serious. Because, like, you're not going to be good as an architect if you don't know these stuff, at least, like, the basics of it. Because, like, you're going to design your house all wrong. People are still very superstitious, even in Jakarta.
It also affects businesses. Like, don't open a
Yes.
business here because like the feng shui is bad. You're not gonna prosper.
And for businesses, I think the one thing I've been hearing all year, like every time we've went to any house that looks like in Indonesian language is tusuk sate.
Oh.
People will say, hey, bro, that house is tusuk sate, really bad. Like everyone is like, what? Yeah. I still don't get why it's bad. I think it's because like if you're going on the road and you see that in front, like yeah. Bad sign, I guess.
A car will fucking crash into your house.
Yeah, exactly.
That is all then, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for you, Dika.
Thank you. I am very happy.
Hooray!
We're not reaching 2 hours
Yeah.
today.
Superstitions.
Yeah. It's below 1.5 hours as well.
Looks
Great,
like I've been doing things
superstitions.
right today.
Good choice of topic, Dika.
Like making prisons.
Cause like we're also fucking not neutral. Like we're also towards like superstition.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
even-
we're all too logical.
Even then, it's almost 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Lamau. That's just us liking to talk.
There are 7 people after all.
Yep.
So, yeah. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me in this episode. Also, thank you for the listeners. Maybe it's also a good thing for you that it's not 2 hours this time. And thank you for bearing with us still. And
Thank
Yeah.
you, listeners.
hope
Yeah.
you all have a great day, night, afternoon, a great life.
Have a
Morning.
great day. Huh.
Life.
life.
What is the point of this? Alright, thank you and goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you very much everyone for listening. I'll put links to the music in the show notes. And as always, if you want to ask some questions, share your stories, or just say hi, maybe you need a friend to talk to, you can reach us on Instagram at NotOurPodcast. See you next episode and have a great life.